Hello and welcome back to the So What podcast. It's been a minute, been a lot going on. I'm sure there's a lot going on for everybody. How are you? How is the audience? Who are the audience? If you're not already subscribing, you can follow along at jmaw.substack.com for all the updates. Link in the description. You can also just follow So What, the podcast, on whatever recording or streaming platform you prefer: Apple, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, etc. Today I want to talk about space, the idea of holding space. In one of the earlier recordings, I was reflecting back to a teaching by Vietnamese Buddhist monk, the late Thich Nhat Hanh, who in my journey reading his work has been extremely influential. I would have to credit his books as my first introduction to mindfulness, and then adding Muay Thai and the emphasis on the Buddhist roots in that, and the philosophy supplemented it. So it was really a unique period when I first encountered that a really long time ago. In that earlier recollection, rereading of some of his texts and works, one of the things he was talking about was holding space for intrusive thoughts, negative emotions, discomfort, those type of experiences. And it's as simple as breathing in. I acknowledge that there is discomfort, breathing out. I allow this to be. And really, I think the idea has to do with the more that we learn to allow whatever may be in our experience, the easier it is to navigate, to not get stuck. Now, recently, something I've been experimenting with very similarly, same concept, but focusing on those moments and those periods where I feel a deep, unique sense of peace or gratitude. And it could just be doing something really simple, just walking outside, feeling the breeze hit my face, or watching the sun and the shadows as the leaves sort of do the little dance with the wind. I mean, that's been pretty, at times, just super grounding for me, bringing me back into the present moment amidst a very, very busy time of life. And it's the same kind of concept. Breathing in this moment, I feel peace. Breathing out, I allow that peace. And something that I've really enjoyed in thinking about that, and I guess the aha that's come for me, the more that we breathe in deep to allow these spaces to exist, the greater our capacity to hold and to maintain, and I think in a way possibly prolong the experiences within that space. Our ability to carry it grows stronger. In a way, I've long liked the idea of dollar cost averaging when it comes to investing, but also just how over time you'll gain interest if you're steady. It's hard to see when you first start out, but when you do the work, have the discipline to continue to contribute, in this case, maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's 10 minutes a day, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes a week, the more that you do that, the more compound interest you will have in your spiritual 401k or bank account or whatever. And I think that same kind of principle allows or arrives and is true when you look at taking the time to just cultivate, create, hold space for yourself and what you're going through, especially if you need to have that capacity to carry and allow yourself to just be calm during very stressful times. Then also moments where perhaps you just want to just really be super present and enjoy that peak, that moment, because in life, oftentimes there's more valleys than there are peaks, but sometimes the view of the peak can carry you through the valleys onto the next peak. And ideally, you should be able to find some sense of peace through each and every interaction, experience, and soul on this journey. With that, this is just a really short little bite. I don't have much more else to say or chat. I've just really been thinking about that one, and it's been a minute since we recorded. So I just wanted to throw this out there into the universe to whoever might be listening. If it adds value, awesome. If it moves consciousness, wonderful. If all this does is let you know that there's other people thinking out deeply, then great. We're doing what we got to do. All right. Take care. Hope all is well. And until the next time, ahuyo.